Hi, I'm Sierra Morris and this is Chuck and the Chicks. In this video, I'll be talking about creating a chicken first aid kit. Even the best cared for chickens in the most ideal circumstances possible will likely become injured or ill at some point in their life. While some incidents may require the help of a veterinary professional, many conditions can be treated at home if you choose to do so. If you haven't already, be sure to acquire at least one beginner chicken care guidebook. It doesn't matter which kind. I'll leave information about my two favorites, which I am not officially associated with whatsoever, in the description of this video, just for your reference. But again, I'm not associated with the publishers or authors, but these are great beginner chicken care guidebooks. They've been so useful to me on my journey. It's really important to be able to access information about chickens offline, and many guidebooks also include helpful first aid care tips and illustrations. I just want to add an additional disclaimer here too, guys. Just because this video is about creating your first aid chicken care kit, I want to add that please don't add any questions to the comment section that are of an emergency nature. That's just not appropriate and not what the comment section is for. If you have a chicken who has an emergency condition and you feel like they need veterinary care immediately, please find a local livestock veterinary care professional who can help you. I answer questions as quickly as I can, but I can't be online all the time and have that be a healthy thing for me. So again, if you think your animal needs emergency care, please seek the care of a livestock veterinary professional. And here's the necessary disclaimer. I'm not a livestock veterinary professional. Any advice or information here is for enrichment and educational purposes only, and it's not a substitute for professional and especially not for emergency veterinary services of any kind. I am not officially associated with any of the poultry care products that I mention here, and I'm not officially associated with the guidebooks that I mention. They're just great resources. And just real quick, if you happen to represent any of these poultry care brands or any poultry care products, supplements, or things you would like us to test here on the homestead, Chuck's official email is in the bio link. This is for business only. So if you're someone who represents homestead or poultry care products and you would like us to try them here on the channel, please reach out at that official email address. Again, that's for business inquiries only. If you have a question or a comment, please use the comment section. Finding a veterinarian with the willingness and expertise to treat chickens can be very challenging. The vast majority of chickens will never receive any veterinary care in their lifetime. Broiler meat chickens are slaughtered at 8 weeks old, and egg layers in the industrial food system are slaughtered at 2 years old or less, depending upon when they are considered no longer at the height of their production as a valuable farm commodity. Since chickens are viewed as a commodity, mostly, and not as pets by many people, many will receive little if any veterinary care and are considered totally replaceable. To find a veterinarian who treats chickens in your area, you can do an internet search at Poultry DVM for veterinary providers in your area. You can also contact a local veterinary school for more information. Local backyard chicken groups, chicken forums, and veterinarians that treat exotic birds may also provide additional information. If you're able to find any veterinarian in your area willing to treat chickens, have their information on hand in case of questions. Chicken illnesses can progress really quickly. I'm sure you've heard the saying, an ounce of prevention is worth a pound of cure. That is extremely true when it comes to chickens and to chicken care. Adequate space, proper and adequate nutrition, fresh water, safe infrastructure and housing, and dry sanitary conditions will prevent the vast majority of potential issues you may face within your flock. Sound care practices preemptively prevent so many problems. If you find yourself treating an outbreak or a rash of injuries repeatedly, it's time to examine your environment and your care practices further to improve the health and safety of your flock. It's very concerning to me when I hear people express opinions within the poultry community that all chickens get mites or all chicken coops smell, various other negative stereotypes implying that sick chickens is normal or that unsanitary conditions are normal, and they're not. These things can be prevented with sound maintenance and care practices, which is why those chicken beginner care guidebooks are so important. Following those basic care guides is going to help you set up with a lot of positive habits to begin with, which prevents problems with your flock later on down the line. It doesn't mean even with the best care practices that you might not encounter a difficult or challenging situation, but you're going to prevent 99 out of 100 of these issues with solid care and maintenance practices. Flock dynamic and pecking order. which is the social structure of your flock, may hide and obscure many injuries and illnesses until the issue has become severe. By nature, chickens are hardy and stoic animals and may show no symptoms until the situation has become dire. Chickens also will obscure their own symptoms to stop from becoming victims to inter-flock bullying or from losing their own status within the pecking order. Mindfully observing your chickens for even just a few minutes every day on a daily basis, this can help you catch injuries and illnesses before they worsen or before they spread within your flock. Signs of an ill chicken include, but they're not limited to, things like respiratory distress, isolating from the flock, extreme lethargy, loss of appetite, limping, hunched or penguin posture, signs of infestation like visible bugs, unexplained feather loss, signs of blood, lost or raised scales on their legs and feet, signs of congestion, a vent caked with droppings or discharge, lesions, cuts, abrasions, or other issues. It's extremely helpful when treating chickens at home to have an isolation plan. Depending on the severity of the injury or illness, it may be necessary to isolate your chicken in order to treat them. I've adapted a dog pen for this purpose. I line the dog pen with puppy pads and provide food, water, and grit to any chicken in isolation. The isolation plan is only a short-term plan, and it's not adequate for long-term isolation. Isolation from the flock in itself is a form of stress for chickens, so understand even if it's medically necessitated by the situation, it's still going to be difficult for your chicken and for you. If you're transitioning your chicken inside to outside, or vice versa, and more than 20-degree temperature difference, they will need to be transitioned slowly so they don't die from the temperature shock. Drastic changes in temperature too abruptly can harm or kill your chicken. Removing your chicken from the flock for any period of time will disrupt the flock structure, but in some cases, this is just unavoidable. Be aware when your chicken is well and ready to reintegrate, this may take some time and their place within the flock will need to be reestablished once they're reintroduced. Building your chicken first aid kit can take some time. You can buy these supplies one piece at a time. Many of these can be found at discount stores, and many will also double use for people because they're just pragmatic supplies to have on hand. Choose a container, basket, or box to hold all of your first aid supplies. Useful supplies to include in your chicken first aid include a poultry safe hydration packet. These are available at farm box stores and online. These are good to help recovering chickens stay hydrated during times of stress. A probiotic hydration packet. These can be helpful when dealing with crop issues and also after treating with harsh medications to help restore your chicken's normal digestion. Plain Greek yogurt and honey can also be helpful in that situation. Castile soap. All natural Castile soap has hundreds of uses on the homestead, but also all natural Castile soap is safe and gentle enough to wash chicken feathers and sensitive chicken skin, as well as to clean wounds. A small plastic utility tub or bucket. This can be used to wash chickens and also as part of the soaking treatment for conditions like prolapse or bumblefoot. Epsom salt. Used in combination with the utility tub to provide mild disinfection, swelling, and pain relief. Livestock safe wound spray. This can be found at farm box stores and online. I use one called Blue Coat. Again, I'm not officially associated with any products that I show in this video. Livestock safe respiratory aid. This can be added to chicken water, applied directly to their beak, or added to treats. I use one called VetRx. I am not officially associated with any of the products I'm showing here, just showing you what I use. Vet Wrap or Muscle First Aid Flexible Bandage Wrap. For leg and feet injuries. Chicken scales and skin are extremely sensitive. Any bandages you apply will need to be checked on a daily basis. Gauze. Gauze is used to cover severe injuries. Scissors, for removing bandages or wrapping. Syringes. Small plunge-style syringes can help clean wounds or assist with the application of medicine. Styptic powder. Styptic powder is to stop bleeding. You can use cornstarch in an emergency situation as an alternative. Styptic powder aids clotting and stops bleeding. Antibiotic cream without pain relief, for treating minor wounds. Pet nail clippers, for trimming overgrown or injured nails. Remember that chicken nails and spurs are just like dog nails. They're going to have a quick, so if you're ever trimming them, do so very conservatively and be sure to file off any sharp edges that happen as a result. And remember not to trim too severely so you don't injure or harm your chicken. A Peck No More style lotion or spray. This is a colored lotion to prevent wound pecking or feather pecking. Disposable plastic gloves. These are to protect your hands from stains and germs, and they also protect your chicken from infection. This is a very basic list of supplies to help you prepare for many mild chicken ailments and injuries. Every flock is different. As you grow in various kinds of experiences with your own chickens, you'll likely add additional supplies that are especially useful to your unique flock situation. Do you use any additional first aid products for your own flock that I didn't mention in this video? Be sure to share those in the comments so we can all grow and learn from all of our different lived experiences. If you like seeing content about backyard chickens and homesteading, be sure to like, share, and subscribe. I make new videos every week about backyard chickens and homesteading to make this information more accessible to everyone. Small flocks and small gardens can save the world. Every garden grown with love. Every flock, whether they're egg layers, meat birds, companionship birds, or show birds, grown with love in a backyard with a family makes the world a better place. Thank you so much for being here with me on the channel and for being a subscriber. Your flocks and your small gardens are making the world a better place. Thank you for everything you do, and thanks for being here. I hope you all are having a safe and happy start to your holiday season. We would love to have you as part of our flock. Lots of love from our coop to yours. See you next time.